Previously on Syrvivor.
It's found to be a puzzle gauntlet.
Mitch, congratulations, come on up here.
I'm ecstatic right now.
I'm like sitting writing Hannah's name down, even though I told myself I wouldn't lie to her and join her like I did last time.
Hannah heard that I was the one throwing her name out. Interesting. When Jack was actually the one who brought up Hannah to me.
They've lit the fuse. The dynamite is gonna go off.
After this week, there's gonna be no more villain strong. It's gonna be end game moves and backstabbing.
My idea last night was just fake a legacy advantage.
You crack me up, man.
The last person voted out of this game, the second member of our jury, Austin, you come up.
What Austin did back there, that was camp. That was a community theater production. I was gooped for a second, and then I was like, okay, this is literally the single most convenient advantage I've ever heard of in my entire life.
Sigh of relief. I had figured that was fake, but I was safe, so there was no sense in changing my vote.
Valid effort on Austin's part, but we know about Eli's advantage. Madison had it set up the game, so I knew that was a bluff. I thought more people knew about that.
Truthfully, I thought it was real. I thought it was a real advantage because I had heard that Madison gave Eli something, and then Eli, that story is pretty believable.
I knew Austin's advantage was fake as soon as he pulled it up, and it was like, it didn't have the fleur-de-lis thing or anything, and I was like, no, it's not real. It doesn't look anything like the advantage notes that I've seen from Owen and from myself and from Madison.
And he's like, well, there are threats in this game and they need me because I'm the winner, and and then he points
and I'll protect them.
And I'm like, okay,
big
who
target.
are you pointing at? Because I was like, oh, he was pointing at
like,
me.
who? I'm sorry, who are you?
Because he's kind of pointing my way.
I thought he might have been pointing at you. Because you were no one were next to each other.
But I was like, oh god, I hope he's not pointing at me. Then after I learned, I was like, wait a minute, why did he point at me? It's like I'm so stupid, bitch.
Was very upset and disappointed that we couldn't get the villains to flip and save Austin.
He obviously was my number one ally in this entire game since the very beginning. And knowing that he was my person to vent to, rant, tell him my plans, just bounce ideas off each other. He was that person for me, and he was the one person I could trust all the way. And to see him go was really hard on me. So I just had to deal with that.
Though that was definitely the toughest vote personally I've had to write down. I don't trust Hannah at all, and I do actually trust Austin, and it's sad to see him go, honestly, but he's a winner and he's probably the best player out here in terms of intelligence.
That was his swan song. Glad we got a winner out. It would be unfair if we had a two-time winner this season, and I'm pretty confident about the people who are still in the game. So this week I think things are probably gonna blow up.
It's frustrating because everyone has said, prior to even the Derek vote, every single villain has said to me, I don't want this to be a heroes versus villains game. And, every vote has yet been that game.
I hope Cam and Kat aren't too mad at me about voting Austin because they really wanted me to vote Hannah. But even if I did, it wouldn't have mattered. But I'm hoping I can reach out to them still and work with them in the future because I'm over the heroes versus villains. I want Hannah gone next.
None of the heroes ever even told me to write down Hannah's name, so I don't know what to do there.
I think I'm still in a pretty good spot. We'll just have to see how this week shakes out because the Hannah-Jack feud is it's gonna explode. I just know it.
I think I have a shot to beat any one of these people left. I think the odds are in my favor. I just have to do some damage control with Kat. I don't think that'll be hard.
I have no idea where I stand. I will do anything at this point so I can stay. That really sucked, and I'm just mad at everyone.
I wish the queens of this game could get their shit together and not vote each other out. At the least.
Well, but if Cam or Kat would give me like a single. I'm on my hands and knees begging, praying for like a single morsel of like anything, like even slop. Like give me slop. Give me anything.
And it's just irritating that they're, oh, I want to work with you, oh, I want to do this, but then when it comes down to like the day before and making the vote, everyone just decides to stick with the majority. You know, if I was in the majority, maybe I would think the same way, but we are in the merge, and at some point, you do have to make a move.
That blows my mind. Like, they don't, I'm sorry, the heroes don't know how to play this game. And, like, Austin, that was a great
Everyone
bluff.
has to fucking win this game because the heroes don't know how.
That's why they keep voting them out. But I'm like, it's getting to the point where...
I'm in my room. I'm in my room. And Hannah is here. And she's snoring. She fell asleep. We were watching a movie. She fell asleep. And she's in my bed.
Hannah, what should we do?
Sound off in the comments.
Like, would you prefer us to like nudge you, or should I drop a book that's really heavy?
Welcome back, guys. First things first, I will take that back. You can keep the buff, that's yours.
I keep the buff?
Yep. Keep the buff every time.
It's like the same color as what I have.
Alright, as signified here, once again, immunity is back up for grabs, as well as this buff. This buff is from Season 2. Hannah, you're familiar with it. Zeleny. Alright. That said, this is immunity for this week. In addition, the person who wins immunity will also be granting someone else the third idol clue, third one in the set. Let it be known that there are 5 clues for this idol. After the 5th clue, if it is not found, I will take it back and there will be a new idol out there. So this is the 3rd one in the set. That's it. You guys ready to figure out today's challenge? Yes. With that fall, Dizzy Bag. That's why Season 2 is here. So, Mike, Season 2 vet will demonstrate. So, just keep it down for now. First things first, 7 spins. The filmer will help count the spins, full rotations. Mike, you only have to do 1 or something. After you're done with 1, see those planks back there? Those are the planks. You're gonna run down, grab a plank, and then come back. They're on the ground, you can see them. Once you have your plank, there will be a toilet paper roll and a Gatorade bottle. First, get the toilet paper roll, grab the plank, carry it over to that bucket. Once you're at that bucket, lay it on the bucket. It must be on the bucket. After you're done with that, you come back with the same plank, grab the Gatorade bottle that's also here, put it on here. You have to get the Gatorade bottle on the toilet paper. You're building towers. I told you guys to wrap your heads if you have long hair. You'll be balancing on your head and putting it on the bucket. Balance on your head, on the bucket, balance on the head, on the bucket. You can touch it. You're building a tower. Spin. Grab plank, put the plank on the bucket, come back, toilet paper on head. If you fall, you have to come back here. If not, put it on the plank on top of the bucket. Come back here. Gatorade on head. Gatorade on the toilet paper, on the plank, on the bucket. First one to make a towel. Survivor's ready, go!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're good. 7. You're good.
Dude.
I got a shot. I got a shot, baby. Here I come. Here I come.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 5, 7, 6, 7. Jesus Christ! Jake, not even sweating. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Hand right behind her. Still getting there. It was last between. Bat challenge once again. Cam, congratulations. Come on up here. Rightfully yours. You now have a 1 in 8 shot of winning this game. In addition to being safe for this week, you also have a chance to do some third win. Pat, still be getting that after this. Thanks together. Alright. With that said, Tribal Council Friday, where someone will be the 12th person voted out of this game. It did not beat Cam. That's it. That's all I have for you guys. Grab your stuff. Get out of here. See you guys on Friday.
I'm upset. I'm upset that I didn't win immunity. I'm upset that people are, that the villains are okay with my name being written down.
Cam won immunity, which is obviously not ideal because she and Kat were left out of the vote.
Cam won, and I'm really glad that she did. And she gave me the third clue, and I have already looked for maybe about 2.5 hours in the past day. Well, actually, maybe more than that, maybe like 3 hours or more. I have no idea, but I've already looked a lot, and I just have no idea.
Dizzy Bay Challenge, awful. Tribal went great. Austin went home, sorry, but it had to be done. Kat was so mad at me, but yet I still coaxed the third clue out of her. Like it was nothing.
I told Cam the clue. I didn't screenshot it or send it to her, and I wasn't gonna share it with anyone else, but I decided that I was gonna share it with Jack, and we just looked for a while. It was pretty frustrating because I really don't think he has it, and he was like suspicious that I had it, and I was like, I literally don't. I'm so bad at finding these things.
Let me look with her. Nothing though, these clues are hard.
We're gonna look again tomorrow, but I have no idea. It's annoying. It really is. Because I want to find it for myself, and you know, if he gets it, I'll be kind of mad, but I think he would use it on me if it came down to it.
I am nervous about Kat too, to be honest with you, like at some point, like sooner rather than later.
I wasn't until how hard she went this week, and then I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like she was oh, Jack's waiting. Oh. Wait, I'm gonna stop this recording and then start a new one. Jack.
Hey Jack.
We can either
Who just called you?
vote for the villains with Kat, or we can vote with the villains for Kat.
Hannah called you? She just told me she didn't call. Okay.
It's time to take risks for like big reward and clip my wings and fly and just let go of being too scared to do anything, because I'm not gonna ride coattails. Like I'm like, if I want to win this game, I have to do scary things that make me want to cry, and I gotta do them. I gotta stick to it. So what I'm hoping, so today I called Catherine and I called Cam, and I tried to smooth things over and be like, look, this is the week. This is the week I vote with you.
I was honest with her. I was like, I will vote however you say. And she is thinking about voting Jack, Owen, or Jake. She hasn't decided on a name, and she wants me and Cam to vote with her, Mitch.
Hannah called me like 20 minutes ago, and then I had to get up. But she was like, I'm gonna talk to Jack and see what he's doing. Because I guess she still wants to make a move, but I don't know if it's gonna happen.
And I was like, Hannah, who is gonna be this fifth person? She goes, Gabby.
I love Hannah. She's amazing. Hannah Dolan, you're an icon, a Syrvivor Syracuse icon, and an icon in waking life too. I mean, I also, you know, she fully told me with a straight face that I have the best tits in the game. So I also know, based on that comment, that I think that she would be inclined to work with me.
I just texted Hannah asking for an update on a name, and she was like, I don't have a name yet. I haven't talked to anyone yet. So I was like, okay, we'll check in tomorrow. And I was like, I'm dead serious about voting with you.
I don't know. I haven't talked to that many people today. I've just been busy. Hopefully they're not ignoring me for a reason. Hopefully no one's blindsiding your boy, because that would fucking suck. But at this point, I don't know what else I can do besides just try and talk to more people before tomorrow. I shouldn't have waited till the last minute, but that's just the way it was. No one was talking yesterday and the day before.
Coming into this week, my thought right away is I need to take the shot at Hannah. I kind of wanted to do it last week, couldn't really get the numbers to do it without pissing Gabby off, who wanted to keep Hannah around a little bit longer, but I know that people are pitching against Owen, which is very, very bad for me, because if Owen leaves the game, I feel like I am suddenly the person everybody's keeping around as a shield instead of him. I feel like right now, if people are going to take a shot at me, there's more people who don't have as close connections with Owen, so they'll throw him under the bus.
I want Owen gone. Jake wants Owen to stay. But I don't think I can just keep letting Jake make the decisions, because he's literally had the ability to do whatever he wanted the entire time. He's had a say in every vote, and he's convinced people to do it his way because he's this so-called super fan.
I am one of 3 Syrvivor Syracuse players who have made single-digit placements on multiple seasons. It is me, it is Abby, and it is my good buddy Sean DePaz. So kind of cool that, like, you know, my friend from season 1, I'm also in a very exclusive club with him now.
All this nonsense that no one cares. Like, who cares if he's like the biggest obsessed fan of Survivor in the history of the world? He shouldn't be the one that is like the one who's like, oh, I think this is best for me, so let's do this. That's kind of what it's getting to.
If I can pin Jake and him against each other, and then whoever has an idol plays it, and the other goes home, and it's a perfect situation. Or we blindside Jake, or we tell Jake that he's the vote. He plays an idol, and then Owen is really the vote, and we send home Owen. But it's also like I've been like trying to patch things up with Owen. Like I don't think Owen. I think I could like. At this point, I don't see Owen, like I could be a big, like I think Owen and I are more level on threat level. Jake's the Big Kahuna. Jake knows it. Jake knows people are gonna come for him. He knows it. And then Abby's just there.
I played tennis with Cam, Mitch, and Kat a couple days ago, and we like never talked Survivor. But then Mitch stayed there, and Kat and Cam I drove them back.
We were talking in the car for a while after we played, and we were like, yeah, let's just vote Hannah.
When I was talking with them, I already knew what they wanted because they had told Jack, but I played it off like I didn't. So I was feeling out the situation. She was throwing out Hannah's name to me, but I knew secretly in the back of her mind she actually wants Owen. So then I bring it up, and she's like very excited that I brought it up.
I was like, you know what? Let's blindside Owen. And I thought I was gonna have absolutely no say, no voice. I'm playing for my life at this point. I am at the bottom of this tribe. So I was like, you know what, let's just blindside Owen. It's like Cam and I did it with Holly, and we can certainly do it again.
What I didn't realize is he's like the only one with a resume right now. So he's the only one that's played idols, and he's played 2, and they've been played correctly, which is kind of huge, and he's been to XL twice, so he just has too big of a resume, and he can win immunity challenges, so I think it's best that he goes.
Hopefully this vote works out and we vote out Owen. I've written his name down and it didn't work last time he played an idol. Other people have written his name down, just played an idol. So if he plays the 3rd idol, I will absolutely lose my mind. Picking him this week is based around, for me anyways, the fact that he could have an idol. I think that right now he doesn't know that people are gunning for him, so this is like the perfect opportunity.
I wouldn't be mad about Owen, but the thing is Kat seems to think, okay, yeah, Kat told somebody that she thinks Owen will win if he makes it to the end. Like, not if if I'm on the jury, I'm not voting for him. I don't know what that's about, but like if people have that perception, that means that he's somebody that we're gonna be able to get out later on.
Especially after Austin literally goes, Jake, Jack, Owen. Those are the 3 biggest threats in the game. Why are we getting rid of those people? Because right now we need any heat kept off of us, and getting rid of each other does not take that heat off of us. It makes us very, very vulnerable. And I told Jack, I said, I think if we get rid of Owen now, there's no shot either of us is sitting at the end. And I think that's absolutely true.
One of those boys has an idol. Like, somebody has an idol. And they're lying about it. And I want it out. I want it out. Out in the open. Because I don't have it. And I want it.
Hannah just told me she wants to hopefully flush your Schaefer art idol.
Oh, really? Like today?
Literally 5 seconds ago, she was like, I hope Jake plays the idol. I think he has the Schaefer art one. I was like, yeah, who the fuck knows? She's like, wouldn't it be epic if Owen played a 3rd idol?
No, it wouldn't. How does You know Jake has it. She's just assuming.
She's just guessing. She did the same thing with me when I had
I mean,
the
I
idol.
guess
She's like,
there's not many people who guess.
she's like, and you'd play the idol for me, wouldn't you? I'm like,
right now, when we have a shot at Hannah, and I do think the numbers are there for it, I don't think it's worth it for us to miss it. He thinks Gabby would do it. I'm not so sure she would. I'm gonna talk to her.
The thing is nobody really trusts Hannah, like, at all. And I don't even really super trust Hannah a lot.
Oh, Jack just texted me. Oh, fuck. Well, he told me on the way back from Tribal Council on Tuesday, he gave me a ride, and he said he'd be happy if Hannah went home. So if he's happy, I'm happy, because the target is not me. And honestly, it's not the worst thing in the world if Hannah were to go right now, because I still don't really trust her.
I want to buy this whole, like, oh, like, new season, new Hannah. I just want to I just want you guys to win. Like, she keeps saying that. Apparently she said that to multiple people. She said to me, she's like, you're my winner pick. You're my winner pick. I just want you to win. Like, this bitch has played more sequester minis than this bitch is this bitch lives, breathes, eats, vomits, etc. Survivor. Like, I don't super buy that she's like just not that into this game.
I know that Abby's dying to take the shot at Hannah, and I do feel like Cam would do it too, because I feel like Cam's very nervous about the Mitch-Hannah thing, because she wants to be closer to Mitch. So if I pitched to Cam and say, hey Cam, we have numbers, let's go after Hannah, I'm real this time, I'm sorry last week went the way it did, we didn't get to talk a bunch, but I knew it wasn't going to go the way you wanted it to go. But I would like this week to go the way she thought it was going to go.
This week, I've talked to everyone on the Villains Tribe, and, you know, it's very complicated. Owen thinks that it's between Jack and Hannah. Hannah thinks it's between Kat and Owen or something, and it's just ridiculous. Honestly, anyone could go home as long as it's not Kat. I don't care.
Welcome back, more Rouge Tribe, to your final 9 Tribal Council. Cam, I'll go straight to you. You're holding immunity this week. This is a Lenny immunity. How did it feel to win, as well as that challenge?
It felt really good to win, especially because we weren't, you know, in a good position by alliance a little bit. So anytime you win an immunity, it's great to know.
Hannah, you were very close to that immunity. How does it feel not getting that?
I mean, now that I made the merge, that's like another thing on my bucket list that I'd love to complete. So it was something that I did okay at. So it was a bummer, but you know what, you can just give it your best. It's a challenge. There'll be more.
Catherine, with Austin going home, a hero to yourself, how does it feel not having immunity this week as well?
It was a little scary at first, just because Derek and Austin first 2 people out of the merge. So if the villains were going to decide to vote together again, that probably wouldn't look very good for me.
Abby, do you say within this game there's also relationships that have been forming? I mean, we've been 3 weeks kind of in the merge, well, 3 vote-offs in the merge. Do you think relationships outside of the game have been forming?
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, a lot of us hang out. It's not ever been like exclusive, I don't think. I think everyone's like open to hanging with everyone, but we've all gotten close. I mean, we're final 9, so we've spent a lot of time together.
Gabby, with everyone hanging out like that, just having fun, does it make it harder to vote out these people?
Certainly doesn't make it easier, and I think that every vote it gets harder and harder because you just want to know everybody. You get to know everybody better. It's never gonna get easier. And it's certainly not fun to vote out people that you like.
So Owen, how was this week like tonight? How was this entire week? Was it mainly quiet and then waited to the last minute, or was it straight off the bat chaos?
I feel like this tribal kind of snuck up on a lot of us, because Tuesday was just, you know, exhausting after a week of stressful, chaotic talking with a bunch of people and uncertainty, and then the next couple days was not much better. So I feel like everyone has been talking a lot this morning and last night, trying to make plans last minute, and it's definitely worrying when there's not, a concrete plan set in stone.
Cam, 2 heroes have been voted out so far in the post-merge, or in the merge. That said, is it going to be a hero tonight, do you think?
I really, really, really hope not. But it has been frustrating because I've had every single villain tell me that they don't want this game to be heroes versus villains. And that was like not a recent thing that was brought up. This is like 2-3 weeks of people saying that. Yet when it comes to the vote, it still ends up being heroes versus villains. So I really hope that this is the week that
Abby, what's your reaction to that? Like I said last week, 6 villains are not going to win this game. Is it just finding out the right time to make a move?
Yeah, I think you just said it perfectly. It just kind of depends week on week. There's so many variables that go into everything, and I think, not to speak for everyone, but I think each vote has been not just based off heroes, villains, but other factors as well. And it kind of just ended up happening to be that, but it wasn't necessarily just because of the heroes.
Hannah, have you seen, particularly in this game, people tending to stay back, waiting for other people to say a name?
To me, it looks like it's been, most of these votes have been group projects and everyone kind of going with the flow to a certain extent and not really taking that initiative or that leadership role. Everyone's been very careful about that.
Jake, do you agree with that? That most of these votes, at least up to this point, have kind of been decided on a group basis?
Yeah, for sure. That's basically how ever since the original villains, I feel like that's basically been how it's been. Which is interesting because I feel like on my first season it was sort of like that at times, and other times it wasn't like that.
Jack, how do you weigh out when it is the right time to make a move? Because it might be too early.
Survivor's a numbers game. You can't just make it on your own, so you really do have to find a group. As plain as that sounds, you gotta find a group, and people gotta be willing to do it. And like Jake said, everyone's here to win. So at some point or another, then someone's gotta get.
Owen, how many plans or how many names do you think you've heard this week?
It's tough to say, but at this point, I consider everyone to be a threat, and a lot of people have been saying everyone's playing to win. And you say it after some of those groups, you have 1 in 9 chance, you have 1 in 5 chance. I think everyone has a chance of winning this game. And today, I'd be anxious to feel like everyone has a chance.
And Kat, as we go down to 9, 8, possibly to a final 3 or 2, do you think we're inching closer to those tribal lines of villains, heroes just totally dissolving?
I think so. Everyone, as people have said, villains can't just stay together forever. Sorry, I don't even know what I'm saying, but yeah, everyone has to make their own move at some point and, do what's best for them.
And Cam, what do you think, since you're safe, what do you think this vote will do for the trajectory of the rest of this game?
If they stick heroes versus villains, I'm definitely gonna have to win this next challenge. But hopefully it doesn't. Because I have 3 heroes left, or 2 heroes left besides myself. So hopefully this will make a divide, so I have a foundation of good people to die to make for the trial.
All right. It's now time to vote. Mitch, you are first. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person voted out has to leave the tribal council area immediately. If anyone would like to play an immunity idol or advantage, now is the time to do so. Alright, I'll read the votes. First vote. Hannah. Owen. 1 vote Hannah, 1 vote Owen. Third vote. Owen. Owen. 3 votes Owen, 1 vote Hannah, 5 votes left. Fifth vote. Owen. 6th vote. The 12th person voted out of Syrvivor Syracuse, Heroes vs. Villains. The 3rd member of our jury, Owen.
Good shake. Good
Owen, that's 6. That's enough. Drop your buff. Owen, say anything.
Nothing to say. Well played, guys. Did not see that shit coming.
Next time on Syrvivor.
Well, that was fucked.
For today's challenge, we're doing the first ever challenge in Syrvivor Syracuse history.
He has not been transparent with me and he's not making me his number one. Henceforth, he must die.
This week is officially chaotic for no reason.
She's kind of at my mercy.
Very cunning, conniving. I've been saying this since like the second week.
I snitched. Proudly.
It's 11:30 at night. Drink a goddamn beer and stop playing Survivor for 2 fucking seconds. You never think it could happen to you. I was getting a little cocky. Damn. Figured sooner or later people would turn on Hannah. I just didn't think people would turn on me this week.
You're a great dude, but really good player, and as long as it's not me, then I'll just keep going with what people are saying.
But I mean, I can't complain. Well played to everyone. I guess, I don't know, I'm just lying to too many people all the time. There's a bad side to having too many alliances in this game, and caught up with me.
Seems like I'm the only one around here making sacrifices. I'm so sorry. I did my best.
It's all good.